All right, here we go. This is my Ranger 360V. 1988 Ranger 360V, 1988 trailer, 1988 Suzuki DT 150 SS. Covers on the ground on the other side. I'll show you that in a second. It's getting a little dark. You can see I got the LED lights on. The nav lights on. It's the trolling motor. Showing you all the open compartments. Let me get up here. All right. You got the long compartment. That's where the lights go. Here's the stern light. That's where the lights go. Your paddle. You got your compartments in the backs. The trolling motor batteries are out of the boat right now, but they'll be back in by this weekend. All right. There's the carpet. That big front compartment. I use that cooler as my tackle box. Fits perfectly. That'll go with the boat. All right, let's come around here. We'll get into there in a second. You got your 1988 Suzuki 150 DT SS. 6 cylinders, 12 spark plugs, 2 per cylinder. She's got almost a gallon of oil in her. See the oil levels right there. That's a gallon of oil. Brand new plugs, plug wires, plug caps. Nice and clean, professionally maintained. Carbs are clean. Like I said, I'll show you in there. You got your starter battery right there. Oh, let me come around here. You got your starter battery right there. And you can see battery's dated 2023. 3-bank charger, Pro Mariner charger. Plug that in. All 3 batteries will be maintained permanently. That's all I do. Back the boat in to the barn, plug her in. Ranger puts their wiring schematics on all their boats so that you never have any question. Under here is where the gas tanks are and the gas fuel senders. Take those screws all out and get in there to get to your fuel senders. Those have all been replaced. Brand new stainless steel, magnetized to stabilize the fuel. There's 2 tanks in this boat, one on each side. That's the that's the filler and vent on the starboard side. And we'll come around here just to show you the other side. And then filler and vent for the port side. Both 2 17-gallon tanks, fill them independently and operate them independently. The switch is right here. It's currently pointed to port, but you can flip it around to starboard. Again, it's currently to port. The port tank is full of gas, starboard tank's empty. I run it that way because I'm mostly by myself. I usually just keep a reserve in the starboard side. Let's show you how she starts. Well, she'll fire right up. Also has a indicator on this multifunction gauge to show you whether the water is flowing through each side. One of those is not working and one of those is. Has a over rev indicator, a low oil warning, and again the water flow alarm. Tachometers right there. 1,000. Trim gauge, also showing you the proper trim level. You can see. We're up. I'm not sure if you could even hear me during all that. I'll say that again. This is the multifunction gauge. Shows you your oil level, which is full. That'll come down there and blink. Let's get it to focus. Water indicators indicate the flow. There's one on each side of the V. This one is not working. It doesn't mean there's a problem. It just means that it's not going to alarm. This one is working. I have switched them to make sure that it is, not a problem. It's just that the sensor doesn't work. Over rev indicator. Again, the flow indicator for water, low oil. Tack, trim indicator. See if I can see the trims like, let me see, trim halfway, right? Trim it down. See the trim indicator go down. Trim her up. Trim indicator go up. See speedometer over there. Where's my fuel gauge? Fuel gauge is on full. On full. And like I said, we have a port and a starboard tank. So if we flip the gas gauge over to starboard, see the fuel level drop, and she'll drop all the way to 0 because there's no fuel in the starboard tank. But you can clearly see that's working. So that's the no fuel in the starboard tank, but then we flip it back over to port. And it starts reading that sensor, and you can see, boom, she goes right back up to full. So that's a fuel gauge. Also has a Humminbird old school flasher, which will read depth at speed, even up to 50 miles an hour. It'll tell you your depth, which I really appreciate. Hour indicator, which indicates key on hours. So like right now, when the motor's not running, but the key is turned on, because I didn't turn it off, the hours are clicking away. All right. LED lights. So the LED lights, I made them. They show white, or you flip them the other way, and they're red. The one on that side is not working. I got them in the rod. I got them in the compartment. I got them in there. I got them along the back here. But like I said, the one on the other side stopped working. It's the failure's right in the coupler there. Needs a new strip of lights. Compartments, live wells. You can hear the live wells work. Hang on. Live wells. So you got a port 1. I don't know if you can hear that. And then you got a starboard live well. Manual and automatic. So what else? See the lights inside there too. No electronics on top. I used to have 7-inch low RAM mount for an iPad, which I ran nav on, and a RAM mount for my iPhone. So I'd have the phone, the graph, and the iPad right there. Side imaging. I left this pull right here, so you could pull a transducer back through a wire without having to take the boat all apart to re-pull a transducer. So that's what that gray wire is, just laying there. This is the kill switch. Original owner's manual is there up in the compartment there in that red bag. Trolling motor. Trolling motor's foot is hand operated. Let me just show you the outside of the boat first, and then I'll get in there. You can see it's got plenty of stress cracks, despite looking quite good and shiny. All those white lines, and you can see some there. Stress cracks. It's not. Certainly not fatal to the boat, it's just cosmetic, but there's quite a few. Come around the other side. Again, the sun just roasted this boat at times. So like I said, she's got plenty of shine. There's a knot on this. There's a knot on the not anywhere here. Just on the top cap where the sun gets it really bad. There's no damage to the bottom of the boat. You see the front. No dragging it up on rocks or anything like that. I have other boats for that. She does have, my docking neighbor had a hard time. Got a nice chip right there. I think there's one on this side too. Yeah, the guy with the boat next to me. What else? Let's go inside.